Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 7. How are you guys doing today? How's life? So last episode we got into applied energy sticks, and in between the episodes I expanded our base by a tiny bit. Instead of having 32 molecular assemblers, now we have 64. And I really don't think we have to go any higher than that. But in any case, we have fancy crafting tables, but no machines. So I guess it's time to move some of these guys downstairs. However, before we proceed, I need to show you something. This beautiful material that you see over here is called Redstone, and this is our entire supply. That's it. I still have not set up a quarry, but what we're going to do is that we're going to spawn a few witches. And by spawning, I just meant that we're going to use the simulation chambers. Because otherwise there is absolutely no way in this universe that we can proceed any further. I should have started this long time ago because, well, it's been like 30 iterations and we only got one. When I said 30, it's between both of them. So we are still not doing great, but we are getting a decent amount and we should be able to start working. And the reason that it's not so great is that, well, I'm also ordering stuff. I think logic dictates that the first machines that we are going to start automating are the ones from Mechanism. We're going to start with 4 enrichment chambers, 1 for coal, 1 for redstone, 1 for diamonds, and 1 for refined obsidian. We have 2 infusing factories, that is good. Therefore, we just need to order 2 more, like so. So I'm thinking we're going to have 16 machines here, 16 machines next to that should cover this dense cable, and we're going to mirror it on the other side. That will be a total of 64 machines, and if we need more, we're going to think about it later. But for the moment, we need 1 more P2P tunnel, and these guys should be active, yes. Also, unlike refined storage, the pattern terminal is going to return the output to our system, so we do not need to have any other cabling other than power. So this is just perfect. So the way that I make the alloys from Mechanism, which I think is slightly faster whenever you want to make the ultimate induction matrix, is that instead of putting a pattern for 1 redstone dust to go inside the enrichment chamber so that we get enriched redstone and 8 iron to go inside the metallurgic infuser, I just constantly export redstone into the enrichment chamber so that we have the wafers ready. Which we have a few in our system, let us use them. So the pattern is not going to include any redstone, it's just 1 iron for 1 infused alloy, or 1 osmium for a circuit. Okay, so I went up ahead and finished our Mechanism wall, and there is only one machine left, which is the osmium compressor, which we are going to squeeze it in with the thermal expansion machines. But however, I think we're going to need more CPUs. Can I order 6? No. Our CPUs are not strong enough. 3? No. 1 by 1? Maybe? I was thinking maybe 6 of them should be more than enough. Finally. 164k. You go over there, and I'm hoping you can make me, I don't know, 7? Yes, since we are going to have 6 individual CPUs, I think we are also going to go with 24 of the co-processing units, so that our CPUs are going to function faster. And I think our next order of business should be to make a quarry because, well, we are short on everything. Well, it has been maybe an hour or so, but we have everything we need. In the meantime, I fixed the roof, I extended our corridor, and I even started making a server room, you know, for the drives. So we already have 3 crafting CPUs for each and every one. We are going to add 1 more, so there are going to be 4 of them in total, and the rest I'm just going to fill it in with the co-processing units. Like so. I need more. Okay. On a very positive note, these guys are incredibly cheap, so this is going to be super fast. With the crafting monitor, we can also see which CPU is doing what. I like that. It looks nice. Very good. All 6 of them are complete, so we don't need the garbage ones anymore. Oh boy, that was a lot of work, and I think I did manage to place down more blocks than I did in the past 3 episodes combined. And the result? You can't even see it from here. We're not even really visible on the map, you can see a brick. But I am very happy with the result, because now we have full auto-crafting. Well, I do say it's full auto-crafting, but it's the basic machines, we still need to make more contraptions, and we also need to get into FTB industrial contraptions. There are a few gizmos that we need in order to make the old mod star, like the antimatter. But I think I did manage to finish most of the things that we had to do. So we have our Mechanism wall, we have our thermal expansion wall, and the osmium compressor is the imposter. I didn't have any place for it on this wall, and yes, I do understand that this is stone, but we are going to expand this corridor. Don't you worry. We have our CPUs, we have our terminals, we have our controller, and we also have the control panel for our cobblestone factory, so I can order everything that I want. This corridor that you see in front of you is eventually going to lead to a nuclear reactor from Mechanism, but I haven't finished it yet because it's going to be a very long corridor. But if we exit it, you might notice that we come out on this side of the valley. And that is exactly what I wanted. Down the hallway we are also going to have different rooms, we are going to have different automations, and maybe a few experiments. But I don't really want it to look unfinished, so we're going to have a door and a door sensor from gauges and switches. It emits a redstone signal, it opens the door whenever you're close by. Oh, and by the way, did I mention we have a sky window? I also fixed it up here and I also filled in the hole. Oh, and fun fact, this was supposed to be our starter base, but I never finished it because I thought it looks incredibly garbage. I did remove the decorations, it looks more garbage. Anyhow, in the hallway which is going to lead to the nuclear reactor, we also have our server room. We are missing a few drives which I did make, so there you go. Now it's complete. We still need the discs, but you know, which I think, yeah, I did order 2 more. I have played with refined storage so much that whenever I order something, I order only 8. This is Applied Energistics, we have 10 slots. Oh, and finally I decided to use some of these illuminated panels from Applied Energistics. They do not consume a channel, but they need to be hooked up to your cables. They don't do anything, they're just supposed to be fancy lights. Well, that was a tour of our base, now we need to do a few things together. For example, you guys already know that we have a dimensional chest full of prediction matrices. And if you guys remember from the previous episode, we're using that in order to spawn zombies, you know, simulate zombies, so that we can have power. This is going to be a teeny tiny bit of a dire wire because I don't really have a place to put it. Besides, this cable is redundant, meaning that there are not going to be any P2P tunnels attached to it anymore and, well, we're only consuming 11 channels. So we are going to have an export bus into the dimensional chest with a cable, and our Applied Energistics is going to take care of the rest. Very good. Actually, I could have put it here too, cause here we're only using 6 channels and we have a P2P tunnel. It's okay, we have so many more stupid things that we have to connect that it doesn't really matter. With occultism we were doing great, cause I had a remote and it worked between dimensions. With Applied Energistics I always have to go to my terminal, so I did make myself a wireless crafting terminal. This seems to be new because, you know, it's a crafting terminal. But here is my security terminal, here is a wireless access point, we link you. Very good. The Infinity Booster does require unobtainium, so for the moment we just have to use normal boosters. And this is why I have parallel machines. For example, I have a pulverizer and I have a crusher. Both of them crush everything, but ender pearls do not work inside the crusher. We can make half a stack, and they should go inside the access point. Range is 200 blocks. I don't know, maybe we should make half a stack more. And the range should be around 500? Yes. That's good. Until we do manage to get unobtainium and get the Infinity Booster. But we also need to charge the remote. And do you remember the machine chargers? There's also a personal charger. So if I stand up here, you should charge it? Yeah, very slowly. And you do work, right? Yes. Very good. Also, there is one very important thing that I have to do, and that is I have to fill in this hole. There is nothing more I hate in Minecraft than falling into water. Now we're good. A few more things that we have to do in this base, and then we're going to leave it on a very small exploration because I'm tired of being indoors. And the most important thing that we have to do over here is that this is our server room. All of our secrets are saved in the drives. Nobody should be able to access our top secret data. So if possible, I want to have another blast door here using netherite. And let us check it this time. You're not glued to anything, right? Doesn't seem so. Yeah, we seem to be good. There are some Applied Energistic cables down here, so we don't have a choice. It has to go up. The question is, if I give you power, are you going to go up or are you going to go down? You're gonna go down. That is good. Otherwise, I had to put the engine on reverse. And for opening the door, we are going to use a keypad. But there's also a password protected furnace. So I need to make a frame, and then I need to make a keypad. And apparently I have to put the frame down and right click with the keypad. Okay, it should be a very secure password. It's incredibly secure, it shows you on Wayla. Anyhow, we just need to link you to you up here. And we want it to be open, I don't know, for like 2 seconds. Let us see if it works. No, this is something that I always forget. You have to wrench it. Yep, do you work now? Huh, yeah, I made the wrong one. What we need is a pulse extender, not repeater. So do you work now? Yes. Perfect. Well, I decided that maybe we should spice things up. And no, that is my exit hole, because, you know, we also need to have a keypad on the other side. Don't really ask me how I figured it out, but anyways, here we go.
Verification complete. Welcome, Lord of Darkness.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can have one more keypad here. Another very secure passport. And will you open it?
Verification complete.
Yes.
Welcome, Lord of Darkness.
Very secure. I like it. Security Craft is a very old mod and it's really fun. Let us get a few more gizmos. In order to craft everything we need a universal block reinforcer and we are going to use it in order to get some reinforced sand. Yes, we just close and pick it up. That should give us some reinforced glass. Did it? Yes. Oh, it only gives you one pane. Jerk. So what we need is a camera monitor and then we need a teeny tiny bit more as well as some redstone in order to make a few security cameras. So reinforced redstone. Thank you, thank you. And we should be able to have 4 cameras. Obviously one of them goes in our server room. I personally don't like to be watched, so nothing in my room. But maybe we can also put one on top so that we can see the base. Just in case you didn't know, these are extremely cool. You just have to link it to the camera and we should be able to view whatever is going on. Nice. And I can also move. Oh, you can even see me. That's great. You have night vision? Okay. Another very important thing is that yes, the blast door protects our server room, but here we have windows. Therefore we're going to have a sentry. At this very moment he's camouflaged, so yeah. Do you attack me too? Yeah, probably not me. One very important thing that we have to do before we move on is that I have some serious redstone issues. I also need glowstone and I was thinking, is there any good method of getting quartz? Soul sand gives you quartz and it's cheap to make. Okay, it's a very good news that we can also take care of quartz, but first things first, redstone. I hate breaking these. Oh, it went into an ender chest. Just to give you a very small perspective of the base, well, this is the entrance, obviously. If you take a right, you enter this corridor which leads to our Tesla coil area. And in front of it we're going to have a very small system in order to fabricate some redstone. Well, we have 3 of them. 2 of them are going to be for redstone and we are waiting for the prediction matrix, and 1 of them is for glowstone, which is a very garbage model, so it's going to take time. I'm also using a trash can in order to void the matters because we're going to get millions of them and well, I don't really need that much. But already we have a very small issue with hoppers, so maybe we go with logistical sorters. Yeah, we are steadily getting redstone. It's not much, but we need to have a steady source of redstone. Because even though today we are going to do our best in order to set up a quarry, we need redstone for alloys from mechanism in a crazy amount. Also, I need to make storage disks and well, they're also not that cheap. And don't you worry, over here I'm not doing anything fancy, I'm just trying to automate our iron production. For steel. Oops, I did not move you to wrench. Don't do stupid things. Oh, and yes, I am voiding the overworldian matter because, well, we are keeping them here. Who shot me? Idiot. How do you right click on this? Okay, I have some upgrades. Now it can hold 131,000. Oh, and by the way, this is something that actually one of you guys discovered. I am using 2 copper upgrades, but it can hold 131,000. For some reason, it multiplies and it's better than netherite. So I think in the base we are done. Let us go on a very small adventure. And since my base is not going to be chunk loaded, we need to take some food. Additionally, since we are going to go to the end, I need to recharge my ring. Dude, drop it. Yeah, it's almost full. That is good. Actually, now that we are going on an adventure, maybe we should go well prepared. Let us go to the nether first and try to get some vibranium. I'm not really sure, but I think in order to harvest vibranium, we need an aldemodium pickaxe. I just realized I forgot my food. Last time that we were looking for isnium, I remember that we saw a few pieces of vibranium on the roof. Did I mark it? No. Oh, I think it was here. This is a crimson forest. Oh yeah, let's take a magnet. We should not screw things up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if we fly, it will take 200 years to mine it. We do it like this. We got 1. What is this? Oh, these are fays from Mahotsukai. I didn't know they spawn in the nether. I don't have fortune and that's bugging me. Is there any merit of silk touching it? Yes, there is. I upgraded my pick with silk touch so that we can get the ore, and I also use my vibranium in order to make the vibranium sight. It's really not the best thing in the world because you have to be really close. Or maybe not. Yeah, even with efficiency, it's garbage. But you should remember, we don't really need that much, we just need enough in order to make a seed. Oh, that's a big vein. And I just noticed that aldemodium is indestructible. I didn't know that. Very good. We have 8. I should have used the potions in order to make a charm, and I should have put mending on it or something. Because finding it like this is taking some time. And I don't think we have enough time. I found a big one. Well, honestly, worst comes to worst, I can make more potions. We have 14, and this is my last potion. Oh, another big one. Yes, it's glitched. So we did not get that much, we did only manage to get 24, but I think we should be able to or triple it. Never mind. We have 28. I'm out of potions for the moment, so I'm just taking targets of opportunity. Like that one. Okay, so how are we supposed to do this? Pulverizer gives you 2. With oxygen, you get 3. Then that is what we shall do. So now that we have some vibranium, let us go to the end. They say that you can find unobtainium on End Highlands, and honestly speaking, I have no idea where that is. I mean, I don't know the biome, that's the problem. Yeah, I just checked on the wiki and yes, these are the Highlands. The one which have end cities and chorus fruit? We are not gonna find it like this, are we? Oh, crying obsidian. That's a lot of crying obsidian. We take some. Unobtainium is not the only reason that we are here. One of the main reasons that we are here is that I added a new mod, hats and cosmetics. And we got 2. So this is a mod by our dear friend Purpleic, and it gives you goggles of revealing. Oh, it's above my head. Is my head too small? Well, we are going to figure it out sooner or later because it's a curio and, well, I kind of need my tiara to fly. Should we just dig? And maybe we get lucky? Yeah, if you want to dig and get lucky, make sure that you're on the correct biome. Yes, this is the correct biome. We dig. I remember that it was on the bottom of the island. I have been digging here for a very long time and unfortunately no sign of unobtainium. There is this purple stuff, but that is from Silent Gear. I dug through one of the islands, nothing. So maybe later on we have to come back here with a builder and, you know, mine out the entire island. But now that we are here, I was going to say I found something of interest. That is one of them, and that is the other one. Crystals. The whole reason that I did not go with deep resonance in order to generate power was because I thought it's going to be a pain to find the crystals. You know, just because of, or there's so many of them. I was going to say that the reason I thought it's going to be difficult is because my world was generated before they added that mod, but apparently in the end, it's everywhere. Can I silk touch you? Yes. Can I silk touch you? It seems yes. Oh, we have loot. And we also get a top hat. I am going to put a waystone over here so that next time that we want to come over here and mine the entire island, we're not going to have a problem. But before we go home, what the hell are you? Everybody's angry. There's nothing. Okay, there was something. I messed it up. I don't get it, it's just pistons. Fine, we go home. We are finally back at the base and I look very fancy in my new goggles of revealing. And yes, it is stuck on top of my head, but on a positive note, you get to see my beautiful eyes. And the top hat also looks nice. And the ribbon around it is also purple. So let us not get distracted, we need resources. What are we going to do? We're going to use a mod called Quarry Plus. I have never ever played with this mod, the only thing that I know is that it was available since, I don't know, 1.7 or something. And my only assumption is that it is going to work like Buildcraft quarries. JEI tells me that I need to make a Workbench Plus, which I'm assuming, yep, it does need power. Here it says MJ, here it says FE, and I call it RF. So to make a quarry we need a random assortment of items, okay? So iron, diamond, ender pearl, redstone and gold. Oh, I can choose. We don't really want a pump, we want the quarry. Ah, you're fast. That is called sarcasm. Oh, I just realized the quantum entangler porter was not connected. Okay, then you are fast. It was hooked up to our machine charger. Like the Buildcraft quarry, it does have some markers, but let us place it down to see how it looks. Oh, you're already marked. Maybe the marker is to change it? And you do accept modules. If that is the case, let us get a few modules. And I also need to craft a few markers. We make the basic one. You need 80 cactus. For a pump, I have 37. You are probably going to suggest either a garden cloche or a phytogenic insulator, but I just need 40 cactus. So I'm literally just gonna YOLO. A sword is better, right? No. A village with weird buildings with cactus inside. Thank you. A pirate ship with nothing of significance. I'm just gonna take the wool for cables. That's it. I have crafted everything that we're going to need and apparently we need to sleep. And this is just going to be for testing purposes. So we can convert the pump into a module and that should be able to go inside our quarry. I also went into a creative world in order to test everything and yes, my assumption was correct. It's like Buildcraft. There is also one more block which is called a chunk destroyer. It's amazing, it will destroy one chunk in one tick. But after that one tick, you have to wait for 15 minutes until your world catches up. Therefore, we are not really going to use it, we're just going to use the normal quarry. And I think for the moment, I just want to set it up over here. I did this in creative and I used the creative power source, so I have no idea how much power it's going to consume. So I have one marker over there, this is in line with that one, and I think we just need to select 3 corners, so this should work? Yes. Therefore, I should be able to put the quarry down. Oh, my markers go away. Oh, you mind them. Okay, so if I put a chest, yes, the markers are inside. We give you the pump module and we give you power. We can give it silk touch, we can give it fortune, and we can also give it efficiency. And we really have to get rid of the garbage because we're going to get tons of dirt, tons of cobblestone, and tons of deep slate. Let's try this one more time with a smaller area. Basically what I just want to see is that what will happen if it hits water or lava. I have a pump, so it should pick it up. That is exactly what I wanted to see. It's going to block the water. That's good. So it's not going to make a mess. As for the items that we are going to get, well, you might notice that we're getting a ton of garbage. But these are nice. I like them. You guys have been recommending to me that I use integrated dynamics in order to process ores, and yes, you were right, it's amazing, so we need to put silk touch on this, not fortune. I am guessing that silk touch and efficiency are going to increase the power consumption, and in order to enchant it, we need an enchantment mover? Okay, I thought it's just going to be an anvil. Oh, it was ready. So I can't put the book, therefore let us enchant a pig and see if that one works. Yes, that one works. Put silk touch. And efficiency. More efficiency? Ah, yes, now it's efficiency 5. I came to the mountain which we found all the modium previously, and we are going to try and hollow it out. I will worry about ore processing later on, I forgot my quantum entangleporter. But if this guy works without any problem, then we're going to think about it. Cause I'm still confused, should I use this, or should I use a builder from RF Tools? That would be much more easier, but this is going to be cool. I did bring a trash can for stone and a trash can for fluids. Hopefully. Oh, it's way faster. And it's much smarter than Buildcraft, so whenever there's no block, it will just jump. When I was watching this guy, I had an epiphany, but first off, I really want to know if it's going to harvest this Oldemodium. Are you? No, it's okay. There are several ways of operating a Buildcraft quarry, which this one is not that different from, and we also have a mining dimension that if we go there, we're also going to get access to thermal expansion ores. But they're not very significant, it's basically apatite, niter, and sulfur. So maybe instead of going to the mining dimension, we're actually just going to have a mine shaft under our own base and use trains in order to transfer the ores? That would be nice, we're going to receive train loads of ores. And this is going to be horrifying if we hit a dungeon. But I think the idea that I have with the quarries and trains is going to be fun. And well, we are playing this mod pack for fun. And whenever we get serious, we just go to the mining dimension and use a builder. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.